there everybody, welcome to Orkney. I'm Rosslyn and today we are here for my first full playthrough of Monstrous Manor, a Chapters of Fate adventure gamebook, which implies there are more Chapters of Fate adventure gamebooks, or if not, there may be to come. This is quite a recent book from 2023, let me check that. So it's possible they're upcoming if there aren't any already. Now, this has been written by Martyn Cruise, and the illustrations, I think, are under a Creative Commons license, and they are by Mariana Ruiz Villarreal. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Now, there isn't a chunky rule system or anything. It is similar to Choose Your Own Adventure, I think, but with a lot more breaks in the narrative than they would usually have. So I'm just going to read out the blurb and crack on with the adventure. I'll show you this again while I do. Very apt as we close in on Halloween, less than a week until the veil between reality and the dead world is at its thinnest. The veil lifts and they get through, just a little, but still. So in this book I'm invited to spend the evening at an old country manor house. You arrive to find your host is missing. Search for your host in the manor and grounds while facing danger at every turn. In this exciting adventure gamebook, no dice or equipment needed. So it just explains quickly that you don't read it from start to finish. We've got numbered paragraphs, and then we get started. So, let's see. Oh, there's only one additional thing. It's just saying that a couple of points in your adventure, you may be asked to choose between a set of numbers, and you can do this randomly by flipping a coin if you want to. But yeah, that's a choice. It's just saying, I guess for new players, it might be scary, the idea of all this choice. You can randomise that, it's okay. The invitation arrives completely out of the blue. A formal request to spend a pleasant evening researching your family tree. It is a long journey to your host's place of residence in the country, and the car ride makes you sleepy. The night is quickly drawing in as the taxi drops you in front of the gates of the mansion. The driver pulls away with such haste you barely have time to safely leave the car before his tail lights have disappeared in the growing gloom. Slightly shaken, you make your way up the long gravel drive to the front door, where you receive another shock. The front door is hanging off its hinges, and the steps are covered in shards of glass. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good, and this taxi's already zoomed off. Scary already, okay. Feeling worried, you take your phone out, only to discover to your dismay you've forgotten to charge it. No, that's not good. Ooh, the display flashes up a red warning sign, then immediately goes black. You venture inside to look for your host, but a quick search reveals nothing. You decide to begin to search the manor house grounds. You are standing in a small courtyard at the back of the house, the windows of which cast their light onto the worn cobblestones. To the northwest, this has a lot of map stuff. I might have to go a bit slower while I do this. So we've got the house, courtyard. Okay, at the back of the house, to the northwest stands a large weathered barn with a stout wooden door. To the northeast, A small path leads to the gardens. So I can try the door of the door of the barn or enter the garden. Well, I think I'd like to see what's in the barn before I go exploring anywhere that sounds more outside, eh? Let's see what's in the barn. Could also be good supplies, I don't know. It just sounds like a really dodgy situation all round, but what can you do? You are standing in the barn. A bulb hanging from the rafters far above casts a dim light around the structure. The barn is partially filled with decomposing bales of hay along one wall. I was going to say that's nasty, yet the smell of which turns your stomach. It's basically turning into silage at that point, and it's gross. Behind you is a locked wooden door. A ladder leads up to the hayloft. A locked wooden door? I hope it's locked with like one of them bars. It's not locked behind me, because it says it's the one behind me, right? Is this the stout door I came through? Oh, I think it's locked behind me because I only get two options. I can look around or climb the ladder. I think looking around first. It's always a good idea to investigate, I think, where you are, maybe, if you're really this cut adrift, not sure, before you start going somewhere else, eh? I'm having a look around. You are standing in the barn. A bulb hanging from the rafters far above casts a dim light around the structure. It's just saying the same thing. Fair enough, we're going back to the previous bit. We've got a whole bunch of repeated bit. Yep, okay. A ladder leads up to the hayloft. Just visible behind the bales of hay is another wooden door, it's saying. Okay, so that's what I found out by looking around. So I can climb the ladder, or I can try the new door behind the bales of hay, which is what I'd like to do. Check out my new door that I've found by being observant. Turn to 143. Oh, it goes outside. Oh, I'll have to write that in. Yeah. So that's a door outside to a path that leads along a well-kept lawn bordered with large trimmed bushes. So sort of like a small gardeny path. Small planters containing brightly coloured flowers are spaced at regular intervals along the edge of the path, casting a pleasant smell on the breeze. Oh, that's nice, though. In this creepy environ, but it is nice if they do that. I do like nice smelling flowers, you know. To the north, the path leads further into the gardens. I did wonder if we'd already looped around with this hay bale door to the gardens that were northeast before. I can't tell. So I'm going to pretend they do that. Do a little loopy bit on my map that's, I'm sure, janky already. Oh, you're not going to see that very well because I've done it in pencil. It looks like crap. Good enough, though, for going on. So, yeah, we get the option to go further into the gardens. That sounds good. Or go round... Oh, it just says the rear of the manor house lies to the southeast. Does it? Does it? It was southwest of the gardens before. Maybe we're not in the same place. I don't want to head back to the house anyway. That's an option. I'm getting a bit confused about this setup. I don't think I've got my map right at all. Anyway, I'm going to go further into the gardens now that we're here. I've decided I quite like it. It sounds nice out here. You are on a path that leads through large, well-tended flower beds. A hedge maze trimmed to waist height runs alongside the path. To the north is an archway set in a decorative trellis. Oh, okay. So I'll do my path. I'll just do a box for hedge maze alongside it. We're going north here. I'll write trellis here. Okay, so I think we're up to speed. We've got the lovely well-tended flower beds alongside the path I'm walking along. On one side the hedge maze, but we're not going to check that out. That would be not bright, I think. It's not an option anyway. To the north is an archway set in a decorative trellis. To the south is a lawn, and in the distance, the manor house. I can't tell if south is just back the way I came. That is what I had. I had myself going up, which I assumed was north on my map. Unless I've gotten all ours backwards, I think going back through the lawn is just... Well, let me try a wee step back just to check that. 143. Yes. Okay. Oh, so it's sort of like playing interactive fiction rather than a gamebook, sort of, in that it's not on rails, but it's a bit trickier to do the map. Okay. I need to keep a bit of track of what direction I'm going in. I think I'm going north through the trellis. Through the archway. Yep. You are on a path that leads through a water garden. A number of fountains create arches of water that move along the path, while koi carp lazily swim in the ponds. A small path east leads to a small chapel, while to the west is a carriage house. To the south is back the way we came. We've got our archway set into the decorative trellis. To the north lies a lich gate, a lich gate. Aren't they like the undead? Lych? Is that a thing? Also, I've made a complete hash of this map because I've started it in the middle of the page too, and I should have started it at the bottom. And now we have a huge number of directions coming off. This is certainly different from playing a choose-your-own-adventure book, but this is quite exciting. So I've got house at the bottom. Courtyard was where I started. To the northwest was the barn. Out of the barn seemed to lead to the gardens that were northeast before. I'm gonna do, I guess, a line east. I don't know what direction the bail door went, but I think that's right. From the gardens, there's the north path, which leads to the water garden. And to the side of that is just a random hedge maze, which could help to keep track. I've redone it in pen there. You can see my crappy map so far. So let's get the new directions added in. A number of fountains create arches of water that move along the path while koi carp lazily swim in the ponds. That sounds gorgeous. East is a chapel. Oh, I think I would like to look at the small chapel, yeah. To the west is a carriage house. Is that a place like a stables, but with carriages as well as horses? I don't know. A carriage house. Or a house for the people who... No. Anyway, so that's what we've got. Did it say something was north? Oh, to the north is the concerning sounding Lichgate. Is this a demonic portal? I don't know. Okay, so the options are carriage house, chapel, Lichgate. I mean, I'd like to have a peek at the small chapel. Let's head on in. See what's in there. You are inside the small stone chapel. Artificial candles cast a warm glow over a couple of rows of wooden pews. A tiny pulpit and altar are at the back of the chapel. So it's just it just asks, do I want to have a look around or just leave? That would be very boring if I did the latter. I'll at least look around. It seems like a nice wee chapel. You are in a small narrow vestry which you found tucked behind the chapel's altar and pulpit. Oh, hang on a second. I can't tell if the grammar's bad or if I misread that. Give me a second. Right. Yeah, no, it just needs a wee bit of proofreading. Right, okay, so you're in a small, narrow vestry, which you found tucked behind the chapel's altar and pulpit. So you should just have an apostrophe there and then a full stop. Anyway, got you. So that's one sentence. Then it's saying, ceremonial robes hang from pegs on the walls, and other religious accoutrements lie in a disorganised manner around the room. Smashing. So do I want to look around or return to the chapel? I do want to look around. Let's be having a look. Hidden behind the ceremonial robes, you find a small wooden door. A small golden crucifix hangs on its delicate chain from a hook set in the door. Ooh, do I want to take the crucifix is the question. Do I leave by the door? Do I want to return to the vestry? I mean, I'd be a damn fool if I left a small golden crucifix there. In a creepy situation like this, I feel. That could be the sort of thing that saves your life around these parts. I shall take the crucifix, please and thank you. It's just got some repetition. I think it's assumed that I take it. That's fine. Or maybe I should write that down. It didn't have a character sheet, but... I'll just make a wee swag box over on the left there for my swag. Right, gold crucifix in there. Right. So I'm back in my small narrow vestry. I've rummaged in my ceremonial robes, I think, to get my crucifix. Same sitch as before. Behind the robes is a small wooden door. Do I want to go through it is the question, or back it up? Go back to the chapel. I'd like to leave by the door, but I have in fact run out of room. So, or did it say that? Oh, it didn't say what direction. Might have the door going north, so that I've got space. Over there on the right. Space on my map. Yeah, let's leave by the door and have it go north. Right. Ooh, you're in a small family cemetery. Oh, it's quite dark here. I'm writing cemetery. Family cemetery at that. Does that mean we've got child ghosts? Creepy, even compared to normal ones. It is quite dark here, I bet. A number of old graves are set haphazardly around the path. Most of the markers have either fallen or are too worn to read. A small pet cemetery is set off to one side, but appears to be empty. Oh, good. I was going to say, pet cemeteries are so sad, right? I mean, I get it. It's sad. Hopefully not many pets have been dying. I don't know. Or they all come back to life. Hope we don't get zombie pets now. Anyway, don't mind me. Flights of fancy. To the west is a carriage house. To the south... Really? Of the cemetery? I need to redo my map to have the carriage house higher up. That's fine. I think I'm working this out. I'm not used to making maps. I did it as a kid when I did fighting fantasy books. It's been a while since I played most of them, and I've done lots of choose your own adventures. So, this year I did anyway. Oh, I'm just burbling while I redo my map because it needs to have south to the lake gate from the cemetery and west to the carriage house. And that required quite a lot of restructuring of my map there because the cemetery was to the east of the lake gate before. I think I see the setup here though. That's okay. South to the lake gate from the cemetery, west the carriage house, and those are options. Otherwise it's saying to the north the family crypt lies in darkness. There's a family crypt here? I mean, this is a really good way to die, but am I gonna really come all the way to the Monstrous Manor on Halloween and not check out the family crypt? Also, wasn't I meant to just be spending the evening here? I found my host missing, and now I'm mucking about in the dark in a crypt? This is bonkers, but let's do this. For some reason my character has decided this is maybe this is where the missing host is gonna be. The night is pitch black as you slowly and carefully approach the family crypt, squinting your eyes to try to make anything out. It is too dark for you to continue. Oh, if only you had some source of light, then you could see your way through. Indeed I don't. Backing it up, okay. I'll mark in too dark. And we're backing it up to the cemetery. So, is it the Lich Gate? Or is it the carriage house? Well, I'll check out the Lich Gate because I want to know what it is. Apart from anything else. So we're in the water garden. We've got the koi. We've got the fountains. Doesn't say anything about what the Lich Gate is. It just wants to know if I want to go through it. Sure, let's go through the Lich Gate. Yeah, the repetition's very confusing. Okay. There are lots of old graves set haphazardly around. Most of the markers have either fallen or are too worn to read. But other than that, I'm just in the family cemetery again. I'm being asked again if I go through the Lich Gate. Did it... Oh, it's literally just a gate, I think. Kind of. Yep, it's just a gate. I think it's just... I don't think it does anything. I thought it was going to be a portal that did something. I'll just write does nothing, because I thought it would... It really did seem like this was... Okay. Alright, no, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. I'm going to go to the carriage house then. I think I've got my map down okay now. Yes, the carriage house is the one I've not looked at. Let's check that out. You're inside the carriage house. The rusted and rotten remains of an old carriage lie in a heap on the floor. A mouse runs across the floor, and from the smell of it, they have made their home here. A small set of stone steps lead up to a wooden door. A door to the south leads out to the water gardens. Water gardens. Oh, yeah, it does. While a large open door at the north appears to lead to a small cemetery. Well, it did say it was west of the cemetery to the carriage house, so maybe... I don't know. That's fine, that's fine. I know which door that is, though. Small set of stone steps, though, are new, I think. I'll do a little steps icon and say I'm climbing the steps. It's the only new option. Let's go up the stone steps. You climb the rough stone steps and try to open the door, but find that it is firmly locked and will not budge, no matter what you do. Ah, bummer. You're inside the carriage house. So it smells of mice. Oh, so this is locked. The family crypt was too dark. Did I have to go to the house first, maybe? Oh, it's written kind of like an interactive fiction game, I think. Where now I have not really got a branching narrative. It's set up this map system that loops. And now I have the puzzle of figuring out how to progress. I either need a source of light to get through the family crypt. It doesn't sound like the carriage house door up the steps is going to open. I do have this gold crucifix that I don't know what to do with it, though. I am going to quickly exit to the water gardens, because that's south, and leg it towards the... to the house, I was going to say, but I can't... Oh, through the archway. 154. Go through the lawn, I believe. It was back to the house. If you head towards the house, yep, housing it up. Getting housey with it. Okay, no, we tried the door to begin with, and it did not open. Or it was not... What happened with that again? Man alive, I think I may be stuck. Standing in the barn. Oh dear. I think I might be stuck for this particular playthrough. I think I might have to go off and really try to figure out how to get through this while the video's not going, because yeah, this is a head scratcher. I can't see any bits that I have not caught. Was there a bit in the chapel I missed? Was it that ladder near the start? It's gonna need me to have a really careful look and make a real map, I think. So, this is not the end of my first playthrough, really, but it's going to be the end of this video. Yeah, I guess I'll make a part 2 that leads on somehow from whatever this is. But what an unusual way to write a game book. Usually this is a format, again, more used with parser-driven interactive fiction run on computers and such. But it is interesting to see it done here. I do like different formats, seeing the different formats that people use to write game books. And I have had a fun time so far. I do think it could use more narrative. There's a lot of text that is just repeated because the book doesn't know what direction you're coming from. And yeah, keeping track of where you are is really a bit tricky. I mean, I'm narrating at the same time, but you know, for some people, playing the book is going to be similarly difficult, even if they're not doing the narrating, if they're not as accustomed to playing games and books. Well, I am just blethering now. Overall, I think this is a fun book. This was, I had not heard of this one, but it came up. I just saw it on World of Books, and I like getting unusual looking books from there to play. And this one looked fun and topical for Halloween. So yeah, no regrets. Perfectly happy that I have done that. Once again, I'll let you have a wee look at it. Monstrous Manor. Very recent book, out in 2023 that was. Written by Martyn Cruise. Oh, the lady whose name I can't pronounce did the art. I'll say toodaloo the new. I hope you have enjoyed this incomplete playthrough. I hope to see you for the second bit once I figure out how to do that. Bye-bye.